The Premier League is only a few weeks away, and with that being said, we have now seen all the teams for next season release their home kits, and in today's video I'm going to be ranking every single one from 20th place all the way down to first. It has been almost 2 years since my last football kit ranking video, so I decided it's time to bring it back. I have gotten a lot more kits in my collection. As you can see on the wall there, I have a few Napoli kits, so I think that my eye for a good kit is pretty good. But you guys have to let me know in the comments down below whether or not my opinion is valid or my opinion on football kits is absolutely trash. So without further ado, let's get right into this ranking. Coming in at 20th place, and in my opinion the worst Premier League home kit for next season, is the West Ham home kit. Look at this jersey. There is absolutely nothing unique, nothing special, nothing creative about this jersey. And as we know, majority of West Ham jerseys in the past have that nice mixture of the claret blue with the burgundy color. But this kit, where's the blue? Where did the blue go? All of a sudden, it's just all red. It just looks so boring, so ugly, and Umbro have not tried at all with this kit. That's why it's in 20th place. Coming in at 19th place, I've put the new Tottenham home kit. Obviously, Tottenham jerseys are usually pretty plain, but this season, I feel like they tried to make a cool design on the shoulders, but I just think it looks so ugly. It looks like a ring around the shoulder, but then the sleeve is still white. It doesn't really make sense to me. If you look at their kit last season, at least the whole sleeve was in that dark blue colorway. But this season, they just took a little portion of the shoulder, and I just think it doesn't look very good. Moving on to 18th place, I've put the new Brentford home kit. Yo, this is a horrible jersey. Not gonna lie, Joma did not do a good job designing this kit. It's not a bad jersey. As you can see, it has the red and the white stripes going vertical throughout the jersey. But the one thing that makes this jersey look so weird is those black squares on the collar. Like, what is that? I don't even know what that is. The collar goes into that little V with the black, and then there's two more squares under it. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. And I like kits that have nice collars, and this definitely has the worst collar out of all the Premier League kits. Moving on to the next kit, we have the new Everton home kit. I don't really know what Castore was trying to do with the design of this jersey, but it just doesn't look good. First of all, the sleeves are very boring, the collar is very boring, and second of all, it just has these wavy lines throughout the whole entire body of the kit. It's very plain and it's a very boring design. I think if you're going to give a jersey a design, at least make it a good design, but this is boring. I don't really know any backstory behind it, so for that reason I have put it in 17th place. Moving on to the next kit, we have the Leeds United home kit. The only thing that's saving this kit from being even lower on this ranking is the Red Bull sponsor. I think the Red Bull sponsor is really cool. I always like it when Salzburg wear it, and now obviously with Leeds being sponsored by Red Bull, they have that cool Red Bull logo, which I think is really unique. But other than that, this kit has nothing good to offer. Obviously, the design on the collar and on the cuffs around the sleeves is a pretty unique design, but other than that, it's just an all white t-shirt. That's literally what it is, an all white t-shirt, other than the design around the collar and the cuffs around the sleeves. So there's nothing really special about this kit. Adidas obviously didn't really take their time with this. They think Leeds is going straight back down to the championship. And with a jersey like this, I think they might deserve it. Moving on to 15th place, I've put the new Burnley home kit. I guess this kit isn't that bad. It does have a pretty unique wavy design throughout the whole body. It's okay, it's a decent kit, but I just think Burnley's normal kits, like what they had last season, where both of the sleeves are in that nice blue colorway, I personally prefer that better than this kit. And even though it does have a unique design, personally, I'm not really a big fan of it. I don't think it's that nice of a design, so that's why I put them in 15th. Moving on to 14th, I've put the new Chelsea home kit. Like I said with the Burnley home kit, I like when jerseys have cool designs to them, but I don't like when they're just random designs. It was the same with Chelsea's kit last season, where they had that weird squiggly line design going through the body. Now this season, they have a little bit of a cooler design. It's like a little geometric type of design. I don't really know what it's supposed to be, and it looks okay, but I'm still not a big fan of this kit. Moving on to 13th place, I put Crystal Palace. I always feel like Crystal Palace release jerseys that are very mid. They're not good, they're not bad, but they're kind of in the middle, kind of similar to Crystal Palace themselves. This jersey is nice. I do like the stripes going down with the blue and the red color. I like the collar. The cuffs around the sleeves are pretty nice, but for some reason it just looks like a lower league jersey. It looks like a jersey that you find in the Brazilian league or in the League One or something like that. I don't think it looks like a Premier League home kit, and I don't really know why, but it just kind of looks a little bit cheap to me. Obviously, I might change my mind when I actually see these jerseys being used in game. Maybe they'll look a little bit better, but at the moment, I don't think I can put them any higher. Moving on to 12th place, I've put the new Fulham home kit. This is actually a very nice kit in my opinion. I do like the design, and I really like the Adidas template that they are using for a lot of their jerseys this season. I think it looks very retro style. Obviously, we saw a lot of kits in the 90s, in the early 2000s, using these wavy lines on the side, and they have gone with that same style on this Fulham kit, and I do think it's a pretty nice kit. The one thing in my opinion that puts this jersey down into 12th place is that I just think the white and black colorway is a little bit boring, and that's nothing against the design of the kit, that's just Fulham's colors. But in my opinion, if they added a little bit of red into this jersey, I think it would have been much higher on my list. Moving on to 11th place, I've put the new Man City home kit. Honestly, when I first saw this kit released, I didn't really know what to think of it, and I still don't really know what to think of it. I think it is a cool design. I like the stripe going diagonal across the front, and I like that it's kind of washed away. It's like a streaky type of stripe, and it looks decent. I wouldn't say it looks bad, but I still think they could have done more with this jersey. I think there could have been more design throughout the jersey. I think maybe on the back of the jersey, they could have added some design as well. So I still don't really know what to think of this Man City kit. And for that reason, I put them around mid-table in 11th place. Moving on to 10th place, I've put the new Bournemouth home kit. We have finally reached the top half of this ranking. And once again, similar to the Man City jersey, I don't really know what to think about this Bournemouth home kit. I think it's nice. I like the stripes. I like the design throughout the stripes. And I really like that the stripes continue to the back of the kit. I think nowadays we see a lot of jerseys where the stripes are only on the front of the kit and the back of the kit is plain. But I like the fact that the stripes continue to the back of the jersey. But there's just something about it that I don't really like, and that's why I put them in 10th place. I don't know whether it's the sponsor or maybe the boring sleeves as they're just plain black, or maybe it's the collar, which I'm not a big fan of, but something about this kit just puts me a little bit off, and that's why I haven't put them higher up on this ranking. Moving on to 9th place, I've put the new Sunderland home kit. I think this is very nice. I really like the stripes that go down the front and once again on the back of the kit as well. I also like the collar and the cuffs around the sleeves. I think they look very nice, and that Sunderland logo right in the middle of the jersey. I always like jerseys that have the logo in the middle of the kit. I think it's very different to what they normally do, and for that reason I actually like this kit. You can't go wrong with simple red and white stripes, and I do like that hint of black around the logo and, like I said, on the collar and around the cuffs and the sleeves. So for that reason, I think they deserve to finish in the top half. Moving on to 8th place, I put the new Aston Villa home kit. I feel like this is a little bit of a controversial one because I think a lot of people may put it a little bit higher than I have, and I could see where they're coming from because this is a very nice kit. Obviously, they have the Adidas template once again, but one thing that really stands out is the cuffs around the sleeves. I think that small design that's just at the end of the sleeve is very, very nice. It's very unique. You don't see it a lot from Aston Villa, and that's why I think this jersey is much better than some of their jerseys in previous years. Moving into 7th place, I put the new Wolves home kit. This might be a little bit unexpected because I've heard a lot of people online completely thrash this kit. They were thrashing it last season with the Sudo sponsor, and now a lot of people don't like it once again. But in my opinion, I actually think this is a nice kit, and the main reason for that is because of the subtle design that goes throughout the whole body of the kit. Supposedly the design throughout this kit is supposed to represent the Molineux Pleasure Grounds, which I think is very, very unique, and a lot of clubs don't do these meaningful type of designs throughout the kit. So the fact that Sudo decided to do it with this Wolves jersey, I think is very, very nice. But also I really like the collar. I think the collar reminds me of some of these old-fashioned jerseys from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And we don't really see collars like this nowadays. As you saw with a lot of the other jerseys, they're just plain, boring collars. But this is very unique, A lot of teams don't do this nowadays, and that's why I put them pretty high on my ranking. Moving into 6th place, I put the new Brighton home kit. I like everything about this kit. I love the blue. I love the Nike badge in that light blue color. I love the white cuffs around the sleeve. I love the American Express with the blue on the background of the sponsor. But the only thing I don't like is the collar. I hate that Nike collar. It does not look good in my opinion. If this jersey had a different color, let's say it had the same color as the Wolves kit but in white, I think this would be very, very high on my list, probably a top 4 jersey. Moving into 5th place, I've put Newcastle's new home kit. Now we've reached the point where I think there isn't anything particularly wrong with the top 5 jerseys. I think all of them are very, very nice. And continuing on this Newcastle one thing I really, really like is the use of that light blue color, because obviously the Newcastle badge does have the light blue, but a lot of years we don't really see them use this color and their jerseys are usually just plain black and white. But obviously this season they're deciding to use some of that light blue around the shoulders, on the cuffs, around the sleeves, and a little bit on the collar as well. And I think it's a very nice touch. It kind of pops at you when you look at it. And for that reason, they definitely need to be in the top 5. Moving into 4th place, I put the new Arsenal home kit. This is a very, very nice kit. I think usually Arsenal do produce some of the better Premier League kits. I think if you look at them throughout the last 10 years, they have producing some of the better home kits. And this is another one that is very, very nice. One thing I love is the subtle design throughout the whole body of the kit, where they have the A. I think that's really, really nice. It's a nice touch, and to the naked eye, you might not be able to see it that well, but if you look deeper into this kit, you can see it. It makes the design way cooler, and that's why I think they deserve to be in the top 5. Moving on to 3rd place, I put the new Liverpool home kit. Like I mentioned earlier with the Fulham kit, I really like that kit, but the one reason why it was a little bit lower on my ranking is because it was just plain black and white, when the Liverpool kit is pretty much the same as the Fulham kit, but it's in red and white, which in my opinion looks a lot better than the plain black and white. When I look at this kit, it reminds me of Liverpool's retro jerseys that they used to wear in 2006 and 2007. The old one with the Carlsberg sponsor. I think this kit is very, very similar to that kit, and I think it looks really good. Moving into 2nd place, I've put the new Man United home kit. I feel like Man United always have nice kits. Similar to Arsenal, I feel like you can never go wrong with a Man United kit. And this kit, once again, is very, very nice. I think this jersey is way better than their jersey from last season, because me personally, I prefer the black and red combination over the white and red combination that they used last season. And this kit, obviously it has the white, it has the black, and obviously it has the red. But the design on the sleeves, in my opinion, make this far, far better than most of the other Premier League kits. It's a really subtle design, but it just gives more creativity to this kit. It looks good. I love the Adidas concept that they're using once again, but the lines are black going throughout the kit, which I think is a really nice touch. It makes it look a little bit darker and not as bright as a kit, but I'm a big fan of it. And finally, moving into 1st place, I put the new Nottingham Forest home kit. This is by far the best kit for next season in the Premier League. I think the design on this jersey is so beautiful. It's so classic. The collar looks so, so good, and it's clear of all the other kits. Once again, we see the Adidas template here, which I think looks very, very good, but they've added that nice white and dark red pinstripes throughout the front of the jersey, which I think makes this kit look so classic. And not to mention the outline of the Nottingham Forest badge, I think looks so, so nice. And again, it just brings you back to the retro kits where they had the cool badges. This is just so clean. There's nothing bad about this kit in my opinion. I think it's by far the best jersey this season in the Premier League. And that is the end of this video where I ranked all 20 Premier League kits for the 2025-26 season. If you guys agree with my ranking, remember to leave a comment down below. But if you disagree with my ranking and you think I'm horrible at ranking jerseys, remember to leave your ranking down below and I'll be sure to reply to every single comment. And obviously, if you did enjoy this video, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and stay tuned for more videos.